Hello, Commanders. Hope you're having a good day today. I've had a busy couple of days, so sorry I haven't posted anything for a while, but I hope you're all doing well and that you're having fun this weekend playing our favorite Star Trek Fleet Command. Um, Hopefully it's your favorite still. Interesting. Want to take a few moments today to kind of just touch base with you and talk about our spend event a little bit this weekend and this month. Varying opinions on it. So we've got Phlox, recruit Phlox, Heroic, and the SLB. The SLB, I'm actually doing pretty good for how much I've spent, and we'll talk about that in a minute here. If I can stay in the top 25, I'll get 15. If not, I'll just drop to the bottom there. I did mention in one of my videos that I was in the comment section, someone had kind of made a comment about Phlox, and I'd mentioned that I might not go for him. I decided, you know what, I want to get closer to my next ops upgrade, and so I spent some resources, got some shards off of the heroic here. I don't know that I'm going to push to get the last 20. I probably should, but it's kind of, I'm in a tough spot of what I can spend on with a lot of things, and so we shall see. I may push for the last remaining shards this weekend, but I'm probably going to push the rest of the weekend, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute here. So if you're new or haven't subscribed yet, I know there's a lot of you that are watching the content probably haven't subscribed. It's a huge help to the channel, helps us grow, and the more of you I have watching and participating in the content really helps the channel and what I'm able to do. So really appreciate you. It's been fun. I think it's been since September when I started the channel, so it's just been fun interacting with you, whether it's been on Discord or through some of the messages that I'm able to interact with on the comment section, the YouTube videos that I put out. So hopefully this is helpful content, trying to just give my opinion on things, and you can take it for what it's worth. I do try to give an opinion that may be beneficial to you as you're looking at things, and love to hear from you in Discord, where we can have better conversations. And it's great because this last this last week, we're able to have quite a few of us doing some testing and discussing about possible crews that we've had success with as far as hitting these new silent enemy hostiles. So that's been fun. So hoping to put out a video talking about some of those tests and some of the things I've seen either in my test or tests that other people have shared that are successful. So hoping that if you're one of those that's in a tough spot like I am, where I'm at 55 and have to hit 55s plus, I need a better ship. So kind of feel like I'm in a place where the 40s used to be, or the people who were in the 40s couldn't quite hit the hostiles because they needed a stronger ship. Need that 42 or the uncommon G4 to be able to do it very effectively. Kind of feel like I'm in that spot now with mine, with how they bracketed things. So I'll not get into that rant today, but that's certainly something that I'm sure is frustrating for a lot of players. So anyways, let's talk about Phlox. I want to first start talking about the leaderboard. Now, Rev does a great job with communicating this, so if you haven't seen this, I wanted to share this with you. It's on his Discord. But hey, free-to-play players, just remember how frustrated you rightly get with Scopely. Take a look at how they treat the high levels. They create a cross-server leaderboard for 60-plus players across the world. All of them. Oh... US and EU players mix in with each other as well as various levels. 60 plus is not fun right now, I think. And Scopely, you're just shooting yourself in the foot when you're screwing your high-level players. They need more content. They need you to stop screwing them over. So, why is this frustrating? Well, we have a month, not only are they frustrated, but a month where people have saved their event tickets for kind of the last month of the arc. And this is something we have historically done to get more loot for the things that we need in the event store. And the event store is kind of looked at from the free-to-play point of view, I think, as kind of Scopely giving you a chance to get things that you couldn't get beforehand with the extra currency. So unless they make up for it in some way, they've replaced the currency with resources, which I get that people need resources to move up. But if you're going to screw them on the event store loot, that really sucks. Okay. So they've done that. And then we've had 3 out of 3 months this year. I think we had one in December too. I have to go back and check, but certainly this calendar year, we've had 3 out of 3 months with new loops. And so you have the high levels that are mad, you have the lower mid-level players, everyone's just frustrated, and we continue to get quantity and not quality. So yeah, way to go, Scopely. Hopefully they can hear the frustrations, will make some changes. I'm still trying to be positive, but I try not to rant too much in my videos, but man, they are just hitting everyone where it hurts. So no matter where you're at, I think everyone is really frustrated. So let's talk about Phlox though. So here's where the brackets are at, and we'll determine if you determine it's worth it to you or not. So let's look at Phlox. STFC.space does not have a captain maneuver. Do not put him in the captain seat. You will get no benefit. And 0% synergy, which makes sense. And as you scroll down to the bottom, everyone in his group, 0% synergy. So it was interesting when I first looked at him. I must have read this too quickly. I was excited because I saw, oh, look at this officer ability. Phlox reduces the opponent's critical chance by 45%, 100% in rank 5. I thought, oh, that's amazing. That's going to be great to use for these new hostiles that have these like 100% chance to fire criticals. But then as I was talking with my alliance, I realized I read it too quickly. Someone pointed out, on combat start against who? Against players. So this will not help. In contrast, we hop back into the game real quick. I thought this would be an interesting combination, but apparently Scopely doesn't want to allow this kind of creative thinking. Oh, I'm ripping into him today, aren't I? So Tucker, his reduces the damage, for a certain number of rounds, opponent's critical damage, but it says from a hostile or a player. So he works for both. And so if you haven't tried him for PvP, if players don't have that like critical floor or some research that affects that, then this can be kind of effective, especially depending upon his tier. But I originally thought, ooh, you could have Phlox and Tucker, so reducing the new hostile's chance to fire those critical shots. And when they do fire, that reduces their damage. Nope. You're only going to be able to use Tucker in that case. So, yay! So, Phlox, this ability here is really targeted at PvP. So, pretty effective. If you can get him max 100%, basically you're going to stop their critical chance in its tracks. And if they have the critical floor research and so forth, that's going to affect some things. But I think for the everyday player, not talking about the whales or big spenders or even medium spenders, for most players, I think this really probably doesn't have a huge impact. And I say that because I think when PvP events come out, people just throw ships out to get points and then they're done with the event. So there are certain players that this could benefit. So if that's you, maybe this is something that you'll be interested in. For most players, I think where you will find the value is this one right here. It's specimen cataloging. Phlox increases TD, technological distinctiveness. Those are the loot that you get from using your cutting beam on your board cube ship from the hostiles. It's going to increase how much you get of those by 20% at rank 1 all the way up to rank 5. So this is interesting. It hasn't been updated here. And let me see if I can find it. I believe there was an announcement. Where is it? Right here. So we were made aware that the loot crew is now affecting the cutting beam TD rewards, making the cube much, much better. So we're talking about who you've got Enterprise E per card, 511 the Doctor. I tested this out and I showed this in another video, but they are going to be changing Phlox's below deck ability so that you charge the cutting beam much faster. So there's a possibility that what this could do if you're struggling with your cube is it's going to make it so that maybe you'll be able to hit the same hostiles in the same system because you'll be able to charge your beam much quicker, or you only have to do one hit as opposed to 2 or 3 depending upon where you're at with your cube. So for me, I have my cube at tier 8, and with the changes that they made so that, Enterprise per card, the data with the synergy there that boosts per card's captain's ability for the loot drops, 511, the Doctor below decks, I can get plenty of the TDs, these technological distinctiveness with that crew, at least where I'm currently at. I would love to hear if someone has a higher than level tier 8, higher level cube, and if you look at it and you're like, this is a fantastic thing, it's going to help me so much with my cube grind and getting this thing maxed, or at least maxed for your level. I'd love to hear from you. My personal opinion, just looking at things, Phlox is one of those, in my opinion, that would be nice to have, but not necessary. So if it were me, unless you're trying to push to an ops upgrade so that you have like a higher reward in your battle pass next month, or you need a stronger ship to do this month's loop or something like that, this is probably, I hate to say it, because I love to see this game grow and people get stronger ships and to be able to do more and whatnot, but this feels like a pass month to me. Feel free to comment below, let me know what you think. But it almost feels like a pass month, and hopefully, because when I really think about it, these last month where you have the event store, it almost seems like that most of these times that they're not that great for the average player. That the real benefit, because they'll have spender type mechanics or things that come out. So it almost feels to me like this is one of those times where the true value is in the event store. And I haven't put out a video about that yet because I'm hoping they're going to add some more things to it maybe next week that I can do a video about, because right now the event store is very meh. It's very lacking in my opinion. So there's certainly some things in there that I would always recommend players get if they don't have, and we'll talk about that hopefully next week. But we'll have to keep our eyes open and keep positive and hope that this event store will make up for all the frustrations and the lack of really good spending event for Phlox. I just don't see him as a great value to the players this month. So more to come. More to come as we pursue putting some videos out about the event store plus other things. I want to do a video about some other things this month to kind of help give my point of view on whether they're good or not. But at this point, Phlox is a nice to have officer in my opinion. But like I said, let me know down below if you have a different opinion or what your plans are for the event store for this month. So anyways, thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.